shop, we have a 1989 Porsche 911 Turbo. We're doing a restoration detail on it. And what that means is we're not repainting it or doing anything mechanical to it, but we're gonna restore the vehicle to like new condition by detailing it, polishing it, cleaning it, undercarriage, taking the wheels off, and then we're gonna protect it and make it look like new again. We're gonna jack it up, we're gonna take off the wheels, we're gonna clean all the components in the wheel well, the calipers, all the arms. We're gonna try to get up into the undercarriage as much as possible. We're not going all out on the undercarriage, like taking everything apart, but we wanna clean the undercarriage as much as possible and maybe shine up some of this tailpipe work and so it looks nice from the back. All right, Will, what's the plan here, man? These hubs, I don't know if there's anything we can do to them to make them look a little better. Maybe steel wool them.
Yeah.
Polish them up a little bit.
Steel wool might get at least like the dust and the
rust off.
staining off, yeah.
What about this? It looks like painted almost.
Yeah, it looks like the finish on this is just coming off a bit. So just clean it best we can.
All right. Well, let's just start with cleaning everything, I guess. Cleaning these calipers, getting them look nice again, and
See what we're left with.
yeah, see where we're at. Then we'll lift it up a little more and see if we can get the undercarriage.
How are we cleaning it? Are we using steam? Are we using,
Let's just clean them with
pressure
water
washer?
and everything first, and then we'll come back with steam. All right.
This 30-year-old car has layers of dirt and grime that need to be cleaned off before we can see what we're actually working with. As we spray the degreaser into the wheel well, you can literally see the dirt starting to melt away. And after several cleanings, I can see that the vehicle does have an undercoating of Cosmoline. This is where my heart drops. It's pretty common for these vehicles to come with this waxy brown-like protectant, and it definitely serves a purpose to protect the vehicle from corrosive elements like salt on the roadway. But this customer wants the car to look new again, and in order to do that, it has to be removed.
I regret this, Will.
You always do. It's pretty satisfying though.
It is satisfying, but fuck, man.
This is a lot of work. It's one of those things where you start, you can't stop now.
I know.
Maybe the backs aren't as bad. Have you looked at it?
No. I'm scared too. What's up, everybody? Chicago Auto Pros now has merch. Check it out. This is so cool. We have different colors, different styles. Check that out. You can have my bearded face right on your chest. Check out the back. We got lots of different styles, sizes, and colors. Check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below where you guys can purchase your own merch and support the channel. Yeah, man. How's the back look?
The back's even dirtier, so I can't really tell.
Until we clean it, yeah.
Definitely dirtier than the front though. But I don't know if it has that same undercoating on it. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to eat.
I'm hungry too. Let's eat. This works good. another hour of this in here, I'll be good on that one. I'll be able to move to the back one. We'll get it prepped today and that'll be it.
Cosmoline removal is a big task, and Will and I spent several hours removing what we could from the wheel wells and components. A job like this can take hundreds of man-hours, and in order to keep this job on budget, we have to sacrifice not doing the whole undercarriage and just focus on making these wheel wells look better.
Oh, fuck me. I gotta take a break.
After a well-deserved break from the wheel cleaning, I start cleaning the wheels with an iron remover to remove the buildup of brake dust off. The wheels also had adhesive left over from old wheel weights that I had to remove with W7 tar and adhesive remover.
I think this is how we should do every time, Jason.
Fuck you, Will. All right, engine time. It's not that dirty. I'm just gonna hit it with the steamer here. I gotta be real careful of all these stickers. I don't wanna blow any of these stickers off, so it's just gonna be a nice, gentle cleaning just with microfibers and just by hand. I'm gonna get a snack. I got a chocolate snack in here. Look at how big it is. This is all I get to eat for my snack. So I say we back it up and move everything and then bring it back in and wash it. Wash.
Cleaning the wheels and the wheel wells pretty much took up most of the day. In the last hour of the day, we finally get to wash the paint. After washing, we decontaminate and remove embedded particles like tar, sap, and iron residue from the braking system with a clay bar. This makes the paint super smooth and ready to polish.
That was a lot of work. All right, the car is prepped. We let it sit overnight so the convertible top could dry, but we got a laundry list of stuff to do to this car. We have to, of course, polish the entire car out, get all these swirls and scratches. We're gonna do a quick inspection first just to look over it, come up with a game plan. You know, when we saw the hood, it has that weird texture to it. And we already did some measurements, and this has been repainted, so we got plenty of clear to wet sand this and then polish it out and make sure the texture is the same as the other panels. We're gonna lift the car back up. We gotta polish the metal lips of these wheels. We wanna make this car look as new as possible. We gotta do the fabric protectant on the convertible top. On the inside, we're gonna clean the inside. We're gonna do the color lock leather treatment, clean all the leather, and then protect that, condition that leather. But let's take a look at the paint, see how much, you know, paint correction work. I've already noticed some burn spots on the edges. Back here, you can see a light burn spot. So we gotta be very careful to not make any of that stuff worse. The paint, typical black paint, you got a bunch of swirls, scratches on it. We can make this look a ton better. You got on this door here, you can see somebody already tried to touch up this spot, and then somebody tried to buff it, and it's got a slight burn through there. So be aware of that. We don't want to make that any worse. We're just going to do a light polish on there. And then you can see, like, we have compound in the cracks, compound here in the gas tank, and then you got the edge here where it's burned a little.
Yeah, I think it's burned all the way around.
That sucks, but we'll make that look as good as possible and polish that out. All the plastics and the rubbers, you know, we're gonna restore them back to black, condition them, make them look good again. Let's get it lifted up on the lift, and then we can start the paint correction, take the wheels off, polish the wheels, and then clean up the wheel wells a little more and protect everything in there.
Sounds good to me.
Let's get started.
It's time to get down to the details. Will is going to continue to clean up the wheels, and I'm going to start sanding the hood to remove the orange peel texture. And if you made it this far into the video, you might as well press that subscribe button. We have lots of other videos that I know you're going to love. Click on that like button too, it helps other people find our channel.
Yesterday, I felt like we were just cleaning a lot.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I'm detailing.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're looking for, a nice, flat, even surface. Now we can go ahead and polish this all out. Obviously, there's only so close that you can get to these edges here. There's a risk getting really close to those edges, so this should look fantastic after we're done. Ah, yes, gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful.
All right, so after you wash your car, you'll probably notice that your rotors will probably start rusting. That's from the water and the chemicals. So you see here, you have some corrosion starting. We're gonna remove this corrosion and use a rust stopper on it to keep them looking nice and clean.
baby boy. Hey, baby boy. Say hi to everybody. Say hello. Say hi.
All right, see you later.
I'm gonna polish this gloss black piece here by this vent. Got scratches all over it. Breaking out the Nano Bigfoot.
I got the hood all sanded out and polished, and it looks fabulous. Will is still working on these damn wheel wells. How's it going, Will?
Good. Polishing any glossy components.
Looks a lot better than it did. It ain't gonna be perfect,
Yeah.
but it looks a lot better. I mean, we could probably spend like 100 hours just on the undercarriage of this thing.
Probably.
Which would be insane, but it looks a whole lot better. Back to polishing. I don't want to burn any more edges, so I'm gonna tape this edge off while I polish this outside, and then I'll just polish this separately with a smaller polisher.
So I'm all finished with the wheel wells. I'm gonna get the wheels polished and ready for coating, and then I'll coat the wheels and the wheel wells. So I'm gonna start polishing these wheels, but first I need to tape off this matte satin finish on the face. I can't polish that, it'll ruin the finish, make it shiny. So I'm gonna tape that first, and then I'm gonna get to polishing the lip. All right, so I'm gonna start off by trying this Renegade Rebel Red metal polish in a foam pad to see if I can clean up the metal lips of these wheels.
What time is it? 2:19.
2:19 is when he goes to the bathroom. All right, so we're gonna coat these calipers with CarPro Deluxe. We're gonna bring back a nice finish to the caliper. They're pretty faded. You know, this is one of those things where a lot of people might not notice it or even care about it, but when you're getting a detail like this, it makes a huge difference. All right, this is the end of day 2. We got the hood wet sanded out and buffed. Jason got the fender corrected as well. I got all the wheel wells finally clean, a lot of work, huge mess. And we got the wheels polished and we got the calipers coated. It's been really satisfying so far. We'll get back to it tomorrow.
Ugh. I hate this part. We gotta tape off everything that could be. Look at this. You can see this is what happened before. Somebody already, like, it's very faint, but there's some polish residue right there. So we gotta tape all this stuff off so we don't hit it with the buffer.
It's time to transform the dull, swirled up paint into something brilliant. This is where the magic happens, but we're gonna need some help here.
Who are we gonna get to help us with this? Will? Juan? Should probably take this turbo badge off. That easy.
All right, so we just surface prepped all the wheel wells. They're nice and perfectly clean. It's ready for coating.
That guy, 1 in a million. All right, while the guys are working on the paint, I'm gonna get started on the interior, which is, it's pretty clean. It's not that bad. A little bit dusty, cracks and crevices. The seats are probably the dirtiest thing on this. So I'm using the Color Lock Smooth Leather Care Kit. Inside this kit here, I've got a sponge. You got the Color Lock Mild Leather Cleaner that we're gonna clean the leather with. This is nice and safe. It won't harm the leather. And then we're gonna condition it with the Leather Protector.
Leather is a delicate surface. It can dry out, it can harden, and it can fade if not properly maintained. After giving these seats a gentle cleaning, we're going to protect the seat with Leather Shield, which is going to stop the leather from decaying, and its UV filters will protect the color from fading, leaving it soft and supple.
Wonderful, just wonderful. coming out nice. Looks sick, dude. You're number one.
This is gonna take a while. All right, I'm finishing up the correction this side. Juan's starting the finishing polish. We're making a long way today.
How's it going here?
Good.
You're just being careful around this.
Yep, yeah, I just did like a pass over that. That's all I want to do, just to put some shine on it.
Somebody probably tried to wet sand it.
Yeah, it looks like there may have been a chip on there, and they touched it up and buffed it and went through. Yeah, I'm being really careful. I can't chase down any of these deeper ones on this panel because I measured it. Everything is very low on it, but it's looking fantastic.
It sure is.
Rounding out day number 3 on this restoration detail, there is definitely a light at the end of the tunnel, but this is where we separate the men from the boys. It's time to get down to the nitty-gritty. We have to finish strong and clean and correct every little surface, right down to the last detail.
All right, so it looks like I found some overspray down here on the rocker. See how it kind of looks like hazy? I'm hoping they'll just polish off. So let's put a buffer to it and find out. It's looking a whole lot better. I'm gonna grab some water and then I'll use this to get inside these. This worked good right there. Gonna switch to a more aggressive pad to get behind the door handle. So on this side, on the passenger side, we have this built up residue in the vents. Luckily, it's coming off with the polish, but it's taking extra time. So it's gonna be here for a little bit. All right, finally finished. Only took 40 years. All right, so we're at day 4. We each have a little bit of polishing to do, mostly all the small areas that we got to get in by hand. It's a lot of work, but then you should be coating it today and hopefully getting it done today.
This past time won't help me getting over it. I don't know what I'm bringing in closer. Yeah, I'm looking ahead, looking out for someone like you.
I'm gonna start polishing some of these door jambs by hand. From here, from here.
I've grown older. I can see it all clear from above. Looking back on it all, maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
We're still kind of doing the same thing. I'm still polishing the door jambs, a couple hours in, and Juan is still taking the 1-inch to all the small areas. This is what takes up the most time, is just getting all these small areas as perfect as we can get them.
My time is running out in the set. Ooh, I'm just a human in motion. Yeah, I'm looking ahead, looking out for someone like you. Maybe someday when I've grown older.
All right, so Oscar and Juan are going to finish up the polish on the Porsche, and I'm going to apply G-Technic Smart Fabric on the convertible top. This is going to make it a lot easier to clean, make it repel water really well. So I need to make sure the top is really clean. I'm going to go over with a lint roller, and I'm going to wipe it down with a towel to make sure it is contaminant free.
Yeah, it's a lonely calling.
Now this is the antibacterial one. Supposed to clean 99% of bacteria. But when you're spraying this, you want to make sure you're not going to get a lot of overspray on the glass, the paint, because if you let it dry, it could be a little tricky to get off. So I'm going to keep a towel on me to be able to wipe it off. So I'm going to start by spraying in the middle, but when I get to the edges near the paint and the glass, I'm going to have a soaked towel with the Smart Fabric to apply it to the top. Now you just let it dry. You want to do this in a well-ventilated area because it does have a strong smell and it might make you lightheaded. But as long as you do it either outdoors or in a big garage like this, you'll be fine.
Now keep your arms down to your sides and move them in a circle. Just like
All right, so we have this rubber trim piece at the bottom of the rocker. It has a bunch of scuffs on it from boots, shoes, pants, and I'm gonna use a magic eraser to kind of level out some of these scuffs. It's gonna make it look a lot better. And then we'll coat it afterwards.
let's dance the choo-choo, baby. We'll be swinging all night. Yeah, it's the choo-choo, baby. We'll be dancing until the morning light. Choo-choo.
All right, we're finally done polishing the 911 and it looks wild. Time to pull it into the clean room and put a coating on it.
Time to start coating the car. It's all corrected. And now it's time to protect it. It looks like a whole different car. A whole different car. I mean, just looking at this corner here with the exhaust, looks beautiful. We're gonna coat this with Crystal Serum Light. We're gonna do a 2-layer coating. Crystal Serum Light is the first base layer, and then we're gonna put EXO on top of it.
Thank you.
Maybe I can see what was broken. Ooh, but it's a lonely calling. Yeah, it's a lonely
It's always sad to see a car go,
Yeah,
especially ones that look like this.
I feel like I'm like a part of it now.
Yeah.
Spent so much time with it.
We spent a lot of time. So 4 days, 60 hours, 60 man hours on this thing. You guys did a fantastic job. It's beautiful, it's gorgeous. I think the customer's gonna be just as happy.